When the marriage ends, the sex ends. This comment is actually amazing. Like, I debated about which way I want to take this video because there's so many layers to this situation. But I'm going to do a video on the first thing that popped into my head when I read this comment, and that is when the sex ends, the marriage ends. And I need to tell you guys something. If the sex has ended, it's very likely the marriage has already ended. People think that a lack of sex is the actual issue, when really a lack of sex is a symptom of the real issue. Because we know that healthy women in safe marriages don't turn down good sex for no reason. And so if she is uninterested, like, there's so many caveats you can put on that, right? Like, if sex was always an issue, okay, well, then she probably had a health problem, which is part of the healthy women in safe marriages, right? But if in the beginning you guys were great and it was wonderful, and then over time she starts to lose interest, which, yes, can also be health related. I do have a disability. I'm perimenopausal. My desire is not the same as it was when I was 20, right? I'm putting too many caveats on this, okay? Healthy women in safe marriages don't turn down good sex for no reason, which means if there is a lack of sex, you need to figure out why. Because it isn't the lack of sex that killed the marriage. It is probably things that are happening in the marriage that caused her to lose interest. And those things continue to build and build and build until one of you just finally says, I'm done. Should I do videos on the other things that this comment brings up? Let me know, because we can talk about how purity culture leads to a commodification of female sexuality for male consumption and leads to this situation of when the sex ends, the marriage ends, because if she is not providing what he perceives as a commodity that he has paid for by putting a ring on it, right? This is such a great comment. And thank you to this commenter. But yes, lack of sex is the symptom, not the real problem.